Hey guys, what's up? I want to talk about this thing. What does the Bible say about the law? What is the issue with the law in the New Testament? And why do people think that we don't need a law? Like Christians, don't they think that we don't need a law? It's basically because of these letters written by Paul, probably. There's Galatians, there's Romans. I don't know if Romans is actually in on it, but maybe Galatians. It talks about people that were taught the law, but they didn't need it. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows about it? In Galatians, it talks about people that were led away from the truth by following the law. And then it talks about what you're supposed to do. It talks about the flesh and the spirit. It talks about how the flesh and the spirit is warring against each other, okay? Now, in Romans, there's talk about this thing about... In Romans, there's talk about people that have the law written in their hearts already. These are heathens. They got the law written in their hearts, and they're sorry, someone tried to disturb my video. I just have to lay this down. Put it down. And then, of course, Jesus Christ himself talks about how the law is supposed to be kept. He talks about that in Matthew. He talks about that in Matthew 5 or something. I think that's it. Okay? And then it talks about so basically the law is supposed to be kept. There's this idea that there's probably this idea that we as that if you're a Jew, you have to keep the law. If you get circumcised, he talks about that in Romans. If you get circumcised, you're or in Galatians, I don't know. If you get circumcised, you have to keep the law. And then it talks about Jesus saying we need to keep the law. Okay? And many people think that there's a conflict between Paul and Jesus. Okay? And many people think that Paul should be put out of the Bible. And that Jesus is stupid. One of those things. None of them are stupid, and none of them should be put out of the Bible. Put out of the Bible, okay? Here's how you interpret that thing. Okay, here's how you interpret that thing, okay? The law is supposed to be kept. But what Jesus did in his life was he tried to preach truth. Truth. so that we would understand the law, so that it could be written in our hearts. The Galatians were moving away from the truth. They were lied to. They were seduced. They were seduced. They were moving away from the truth. And the Jews were using the law to get them to move away from the truth. That's possible. That's possible. Probably possible. Okay? Now, if you want to see, if you want to see if I'm reading something, no, I'm not reading something. Okay? Okay? Romans talks about obedience to God. Okay? It talks about that in chapter 11 or 7, I think. Chapter 7 or chapter 11, I think. Okay? And this thing about these heathens that were following the law naturally, these are people that had understanding. They had understanding. They had the truth in their hearts. They were smart people. Very smart people. As you all know, it also talks about in Corinthians, what is the difference between the ones that believe in God, or the ones that have a spirit, and the ones that doesn't have a spirit. It's the ones that don't have a spirit, their thoughts are empty. Their thoughts are empty. They don't think. They're dumb. They're fools. They use their senses. Okay? Many people think that's scientists. No, scientists use their brain. They do use their brain. You have to observe the things around you to have anything in this and to use this. Okay? So there's a balance. There's a balance. Okay? A balance. Please grow up. Okay? Bye-bye.